All right, guys. Next up, we have our third receiver video of the day, and we're starting with Nick Nash. This is a name that I've heard a good amount about from Seahawks fans. San Jose State. This is one of the bigger but slower receivers in this class. He's got pretty decent size. Still short arms, though. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why all these modern receivers have T-Rex arms, but he's big but slow. Does accelerate up quickly, though. I did notice that, right? He's got a very slow 40, but his 10-yard split is okay. And while it's just a testing number, it does indicate there might be something salvageable here. Not a very good athlete. Big boards, 6th round, 7th round, maybe PFF has him around the 5th. So the big board aggregate, 6th or 7th round, should get drafted, but barely. Had a big season last year, though. 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns. So very productive for San Jose State. Very, very good jump ball guy. You give him a contested catch situation, he's going to move heaven and earth to bring down that ball. He isn't fast, but he understands how to shift gears to separate from man coverage. So if you try to cover him with a man corner, he's going to find creative ways to get open. He came to San Jose State as a quarterback, so gadget play potential abounds. This guy could be a trick play quarterback. And the effort is there with Nick Nash. Nobody's ever going to question this guy's effort. Whatever it is that he can be in the NFL, he's going to find a way to be it because he wants it more. Now, I still don't think his release package is very good, and beating press is going to be important for him. He doesn't have the full route tree, and he never will because he doesn't have the quick twitch to do it. So more advanced routes are going to be beyond him. He's not much of a blocker, which is disappointing at his size. He really isn't a speed threat at all. He's not going to be able to reliably get open deep. He might be a big slot, and that's about it. He might be like a slightly better version of Jake Bobo. And maybe not even that, because Bobo at least could block in theory. Nick Nash might be a big slot that does have some fun things about him, but I'm not convinced that the stuff will translate that well. He needs to find a way to play on the outside, I think. So he's going to try really hard. I don't doubt his will. I don't doubt his want to become a great player, but the limitations here are pretty obvious. So late 6th round, I can't really go higher than that. It's just such a low ceiling here and not that much of a floor. Okay, Kobe Hudson from UCF next up. Another kind of forgettable prospect to me, I think. Overall, he's got slightly below average size. There's nothing remarkable there. Testing numbers were very forgettable. Nothing really super stand out there. Production at UCF was good, but he never had the big breakout season. Never had that 1,000-yard season. Never really broke out in a big way. I guess he's kind of a big play threat, which is notable because mostly his big play threat is as a yak receiver. He's really hard to bring down after making a catch. He is a good route runner. He can shake free a man coverage with his routes, find ways to get open in situations where physically he shouldn't be able to. He does have a good release package. I don't know if that means he's going to be able to play outside because he does have other issues, but he does have a really nice release package. His ball skills, that when they're good, man. There are highlight reel grabs on his resume, and he did do a lot of deep ball catching at UCF. So there are definitely bright spots. He's got a very small catch radius, though. If you want him to catch the ball, you better throw him a really good pass. He drops the ball too much. He was theoretically supposed to be a bigger and faster receiver than this, so his combine was disappointing and a little bit, I would go so far as to call it sobering. And his, at the catch point, he just doesn't really do the little things you have to do to finish the play, it feels like. So, kind of a frustrating combination of traits. Like, I wish that he was at least either a little more refined or maybe a little bit more physically built, like a little bit faster and bigger. One of the two. I feel like he's a little stuck in the middle here. The one thing that stands out, I guess, would be the release package. But again, how is that going to work in the NFL? He's got to really hammer in on the fundamentals of playing the position if he wants to find success in the NFL. I think he's worth a draft pick, but I expected more. I wanted a little bit more out of Kobe Hudson at the combine. Now that I know he's only 6'1", that colors things a little bit. Because, again, it's not like this guy's winning jump balls left and right. It's not like he's consistently making highlight reel grabs. The ball skills come and go. The production comes and goes. So, late 6th round, mostly for the yak skills. That's the one thing with him that's kind of fun. But other than that, I'm not really loving what I see here. Fun one, though. Fun one on the horizon. We got Isaac TeSlaa. I don't know. I took a shot there. Isaac TeSlaa of Arkansas. Another Arkansas receiver. 2 years ago, they had Matt Landers. This guy's similar in that he wasn't productive, and he has a lot to work on. But man, is he fun. 6'4", 214 pounds, so he's big. He's got big hands, too. Short arms, which... what is going on in this country? Are we breeding a generation of people with short arms for some reason? I don't know, but 4'4", 340, he can fly. Good acceleration, very explosive, jumped out the building. As an athlete, you can't ask for much more. His testing numbers were excellent all around. 4.05 20 yards shuttle is really good too. PFF is the one big board that I use regularly that really likes him. They have him in around the 5th. Aggregate has him around the 6th. ESPN has him in the very late 7th. You can see that the production never really got there. Didn't even top 900 combined yards over the last 2 years. 5 touchdowns total. So, look, phenomenal athlete. Maybe the best athlete in this draft at receiver. And that's a bold statement, but the combination of size and speed and athleticism and explosiveness, like, it's real. His size and speed combo is very rare. He had a very nice Senior Bowl as well, so this isn't just the Underwear Olympics. His Senior Bowl was good. He's also a talented run blocker, so he's going to add that dimension to his game. His hands are pretty good, and he seems to have an understanding of how to out-physical defensive backs at the point of the catch. But for whatever reason, he never put up numbers. The production doesn't come anywhere close to matching the talent. He didn't look as fast on the field as he did at the combine, so he's going to have to learn how to harness his speed a little bit better. He may end up relegated to the slot. Is another receiver that disappointingly is going to struggle to play outside, which that's a big problem throughout this whole class, honestly. Route running is very messy. He doesn't run clean routes at all. He doesn't run consistent routes or sharp routes. And really struggles to not float into zone coverage. So there are a lot of issues. They're mostly fixable, but you've got fixing to do. So I don't know if I would bet on him figuring it out, but I might, if I have confidence in my abilities, use a pick on him and try to be the guy that helps him figure it out. So 5th round pick. I'll probably regret it, but the talent is crazy. Keandre Lambert-Smith of Auburn is next up here. Interesting candidate. And for reasons beyond just what he can do on a football field, if you know, you know. Auburn Tiger, decent size, not overwhelming size, but he's got actually some of the longest arms of any receiver in this class. And he's very fast. 4.37 40, definitely got people's attention, even if nothing else did. Walter Football really likes him. They actually have him in the top 100, but the aggregate has him in the 7th round. Almost had 1,000 yards last year. Actually, really good season for him for Auburn, Lambert-Smith. But look, here's what we can say about Lambert-Smith as a prospect. He's got the ball skills. If you throw him a bad ball, he's going to do everything in his power to go get it. And he has the ability to get it because he's got pretty good size and he's got pretty good range. He's tough. He can take abuse and keep going. He can play through injury. He's someone who has a reputation as being a very tough player. He has some limited yak ability. He's going to grind out tough yards. And the downfield speed is legit. 4.3740, that's going to get defenders to pay attention to you when you're flying down the field. Now, I don't think that speed always showed up on the football field. He's going to have to get more consistent there. Like, track speed doesn't really do me any good on a football field unless you can translate that speed to the football field. He doesn't really have short area quickness, so his ability to shake open in a tight area is limited. He's not really a good route runner. His routes tend to be lazy and rounded and kind of weak. And physically, even though he's tough, he's just a little bit easy to push around because he is on the lighter side. He's, you know, a glass cannon, I guess you could say. That's what some people call him. I think it's pretty easy to swallow him up at the point of the catch. So in that regard, I wouldn't call him tough. So he's definitely worth a draft pick at this point. That 40 time alone puts him on the radar, but it's a lot of other stuff that needs to be fixed, right? The routes are not going to work. He needs to get better there. He needs to get a little bit better at the point of catch. And you got work to do. So 6th round pick. I would spend a 6th round pick on Lambert-Smith. Wouldn't really go above there, though. He's got a lot of work to do to make it. That's it for, let me check. Yeah, that's it for this video. So another video coming later with more receiver stuff. See you guys soon. Go Hawks. Everyone have a good day. More videos coming soon. We got a lot of receiver stuff. Go Hawks.